And how you guys doing? Welcome to the show. We got a lot of stuff going on, baby. Tomorrow, 2/3, February 3rd, we're going to be doing a reaction video to Big Cell over at FHO Harley. And boy, it was a video. He said a lot of stuff that a lot of people are thinking in the biker scene. To give you a little bit of what we're going to be talking about, let's go over there now and just give you a clip of what we're going to be covering.
You see the title, obituaries. We went from passing out anniversary flyers to passing out obituaries. Let me say this, and I mean this to each and every MC club that's out there in the world. I don't give a fuck. And excuse me for cursing, but I don't give a damn if you're black or you're white. If your club is not strong enough to tell anybody that comes to your event what they can and cannot do, if you're not strong enough to stand, if you're not finna defend that, if you're not finna tell whoever it is, any outcast, any OMC, any outcast, Wheels of Soul, Thunder Guard, whoever the fuck it is, if you're not finna stand against them when they are wrong, then stop inviting people to your shit.
Okay, as you could see, that's what we're going to be covering tomorrow. It will be on our other channel, Hollywood's Real Biker Talk. The link is in the description box. We're trying to keep this channel all biker news and interview related stuff with shows. My personal thoughts and all that stuff are on that other channel, so be looking at that. It's a big one, man. Let me tell you, Big Cell brought up a lot of good points in that. Whew, it was something else, man. So let's go to our biker news this morning. Some good stuff right here. And that is Teammates for Life. Biker Club raises thousands for wheelchair basketball team.
With tattoos and careers in law enforcement, America's Pagans Motorcycle Club didn't stand a chance against Nebraska's Red Dogs.
It's not easy.
They'll block you, they'll pretty much almost want to knock you down.
Adaptive sports allows anyone to push past their disability.
This speaks to what wheelchair basketball is all about.
Most of Eli's teammates are from Omaha and Lincoln, but he's from Sioux Center, and that 2-hour drive is worth it, playing with other ambulatory wheelchair users.
When we're playing this game, it's you don't have much competition. When you play a tournament like the Dog Pound Showdown, you have a lot of competition and you can get better.
The Dog Pound Showdown is next weekend, bringing teams from across the country to Papillion. Wear and tear from the game can add up, so Saturday's competition is raising thousands for the Red Dogs.
If we can get everybody together and play a team like the Guardians, it's good for the Red Dogs because it's not the same athletic challenge, but it's the camaraderie that you might not get in a high-intensity game against people their age.
Now, players on the Red Dogs all have different conditions, but parents tell me most have what's called spina bifida. That's the birth defect that causes split spine, but these players aren't letting that hold them back.
Coaches like Josh track each player's core strength, measured by a certain number. Each player's number needs to meet an equal total to level the playing field with the other team. The Guardians came, but were conquered.
I knew it was going to be a blowout, so
Maybe.
That is awesome. Spina bifida means a lot to me. My grandson has it. Terrible stuff, man. Terrible stuff, but they always overcome. They're warriors, these kids. So bikers raise thousands for them. Go Nebraska Red Dogs. Good luck in that. Anyway, Black Dragon covered this a little bit in his video. There was a mistrial in Biker Club homicide Man accused of killing takes stand, says witness lied. Man, we've heard that one before, haven't we? Anyway, minutes before jury was likely to begin deliberations, a homicide trial in Racine County Circuit Court ended abruptly when a mistrial was declared. After the court ruled that statements made by defense counsel in closing statements violated the rules, Judge Martinez declared the mistrial. A new trial is set for October 17th. Don Lee Carey is charged with intentional first-degree homicide in the February 25th, 2020 shooting death of DeMarcus Anderson at the Sin City Biker Club at southeast corner of 9th Street and South Memorial Drive. Mindy Nolan represented the defendant in court. In her closing statements to the jury, she made references to witnesses and asked where they were, although those witnesses had invoked their Fifth Amendment rights against self-incrimination. She also asked the jury to imagine how they might feel years after the verdict. So there was a mistrial right there. And again, it's going to be retried. Now, we have some more news from the Jarhead 7 incident where that driver, we never mentioned his name, crossed the center line because he was hopped up and killed 7 bikers. Victim in deadly 2019 New Hampshire motorcycle crash sues Massachusetts RMV. A man that was severely injured in the 2019 crash that killed 7 members of his motorcycle club has filed a lawsuit against the Registry of Motor Vehicles for allegedly failing to suspend the driver's license of the man charged in connection with the crash. Josh Marin of Dalton alleges, it's not alleges, this is a known fact, in his lawsuit filed last week in Berkshire, that the agency acted willfully, wantonly, or recklessly when it failed to process thousands of license suspensions and report revocations from out of state. And this has been in the news. They admitted it already on Massachusetts' part, I think it was. That failure allowed a driver whose license had been suspended in Connecticut after an operating under the influence charge to continue driving. Connecticut sent notice of the license suspension to them, but the notice was not processed because of a, quote, defect. So a defect led to 7 people getting killed and other injured. Got it. A spokesman for the department, which oversees the registry, declined to comment. That's because they know they're wrong. The Marine Corps veteran said he was still recovering from the June 21st, 2019 crash in Randolph and will soon have his 25th surgery. 25th. Holy cow. He goes on to say, quote, physically, I'm still beat up. My leg doesn't work like a normal left leg should work. And emotionally, it's a roller coaster depending on what day it is. Depends how I feel. Sad state of affairs, man. Now to the Courier Post. This one is out of South Jersey. 2 admit roles in alleged assault at Pagans Clubhouse in Williamstown. That thing over there in Europe not looking good, man. Anyway, 2 Williamstown men have admitted guilt in connection with an attack on a man who helped an investigation into the Pagans Motorcycle Club. Lefty, 76, and Fugit, 55, were accused of assisting in an attack at the Pagans Clubhouse on August 2020. The assault victim, whose name was not disclosed, had alerted investigators in July 2020 that he'd been asked to store guns and ammunition by another suspect in the case, Michael Cage Duranzo, a criminal complaint alleges. The victim allowed investigators to seize the weapons without the Pagans' knowledge. The cache included an AR-15 style ghost gun, a shotgun, and almost 1,800 rounds of ammunition. According to the feds, which described the Pagans as an outlaw motorcycle gang, the victim told the Pagans he'd sold the guns for $5,000 and turned over that amount of money, which was provided by federal investigators. Wow, this goes on and on here. He later gave another 4 Gs to Duranzo after being told the Pagans were unhappy with the purported gun sale. It alleges the assault occurred after the man arrived for a meeting at the Clubhouse on Marino's property. Marino and D'Alessandro ordered the men to give up his cell phone, then used a handheld device to ensure he had not concealed any electric devices. It is alleged other Pagans then entered the clubhouse, struck the victim with an axe handle, and pointed a gun at the man. The victim was ordered to call the buyer of the guns, who was actually a federal investigator, and to request an update on the weapons. Huh. Very interesting. So the buyer was the feds. That from the Courier Post. Wow. They always getting involved, ain't they, man? Anyway, I wanted to take a look because we did a video or a segment yesterday on the 10 Mongols that were arrested for the killing of a Hell's Angel, injuring a civilian from a band. And it was very interesting to see people's reactions. And one of the biggest reactions to this was, for example, this right here by Eric. Civilians should mind their own business. Very interesting. And you know what? A lot of comments were like that. And, you know, of course, my response, oh, so if one of your kids, wife, grandkids were shot in an incident like this, you wouldn't want someone to help them. Interesting. So, yeah, we get a lot of good debate going with some of the stuff that we do. But think about that for a minute. Just think about this. And I think it goes towards a lot of what Big Cell was talking about in that video that we're going to react to. So there's an incident. Somebody gets hurt. Somebody gets shot. And a stranger or civilian goes to apply first aid to help out. In return, he was beaten. Had nothing to do with any of the clubs, just there to help. And the reaction from some of you is, well, he should have minded his own business. Well, wait a second here. Time out. He should have minded his own business and not rendered first aid. So you're telling me if your loved one, kid, wife, dad, whatever it is, was hurt like that, shot, you wouldn't want anybody to come to their aid because they should have minded their own business. That's the way people think, really, man. That's no joke. It's actually quite disgusting. People, you know what? It's awesome. Clubs do their own thing. And one of the things that Big Cell said was, why are you going to bring that to us? You guys know where each other's clubhouses are. You know where each other hangs out. Go there. If you haven't seen this video I'm talking about, my God, he put up a lot of points a lot of people were thinking. You know, I do know that we got creators that do nothing but hang on the balls and clubs, and they don't want to tell both sides. And when you go down the middle, boy, does that piss them off because it ain't their narrative. That's how humanity has become. Mind your own business. Is that like, wait a second here. There was a story a while back where a woman was being sexually assaulted on a subway train, and everybody sat around and did nothing and let it happen. Oh, wait, it's none of their business, so they should stay out of it. The logic that some people have is just amazing to me. It is. It's really amazing. It's like, damn, man, really? Anyway, that will be my reaction video to Big Cells over on Hollywood's, the hell did I call it? Real Biker Talk. Over there, I'm not worried about the censorship over there. I'm just gonna say what I want. It was actually one of the channels that got taken down a couple years ago, but we got it back up and rolling. So that's your biker news for today. I'm going over to the second half of the show. If you missed the whole show, it is available on all the podcast platforms, Spotify, iTunes, everywhere, man. It's everywhere. Anyway, guys, I'll talk to you later. Have a good one. To the extent that pending criminal matters are discussed on this website or YouTube channel, all such charges are merely accusations, and all defendants are presumed innocent until and unless proven guilty in a court of law.